Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I have the summer 2024 LEGO Star Wars wave featuring a total of 4 sets, starting off with set number 75391, the Captain Rex Y-Wing Microfighter with an extremely cool Captain Rex that I think I've seen before. And then we have set number 75390, the Luke Skywalker X-Wing Mech, which is definitely a different kind of set to say the least. And then we have set number 75373, the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. Now I'm so happy to see that LEGO are bringing back these smaller sized battle packs, especially ones featuring the Mandalorian warriors and Imperial commandos. So yeah. And last but not least, we have set number 75386, the Paz, Visla, and Moff Gideon battle. So that is probably the largest set that I've received out of this wave here that LEGO sent me. So thank you so much to LEGO for sending over these sets for review. All opinions expressed in this video are fully my own. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here's a look at all the sets built up. As you can see here, the wave is relatively small and tiny. So speaking of small and tiny, let's start off with the tiniest set in the wave, set number 75391, Captain Rex's Y-Wing Microfighter. Now here's a look at the Y-Wing Microfighter. Now it is very, very small, and it resembles any other Y-Wing Microfighter, especially because we've received some in the past before. But the main difference is the blue here and the Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure. So let's take a closer dive at the minifig. So here's a look at the Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure, and like I said before, it looks extremely familiar. I mean, look at that. We have printing on the legs there, which are very, very detailed. And then on the torso, we have more printing. And on the arms, what do you know, some more printing. And that's a very surprising thing to see, especially in a microfighter set like this. But, you know, I guess it is what it is at this point. We also have various tallies on the helmet there, the visor, which can go down. We have the 2 blasters there and the pauldron. At the very back, we have this printing right here. And lastly, here is the face printing. Now we only have 1 face print here. That's pretty much it for the Phase 2 Captain Rex minifigure included in this set. Now without the minifigure, the build here is a little bit less charming in my opinion, but it does the trick. We have, of course, the exhaustion at the back in this pink color. We have the control panel at the very front there. The little windshield, I suppose, at the front with these little slopes. And of course, some good old blaster action. Apart from that, that's pretty much it for this little build. It's the cheapest set out of this wave, if you will. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be getting more sets in the summer. I think we're probably going to get a couple more. So I'm going to say that this is like the part 1 of the summer wave. So yeah, let's move on to the next set. Next up, we have a very unique concept for a LEGO Star Wars set here. It is 75390 Luke Skywalker X-Wing Mech. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to be honest, I am not a mech person. I don't like mechs. This is my very first LEGO mech in general. The building process was a little bit meh, in my opinion, simply because I'm not used to building mechs. I can see myself taking these parts, though, and like repurposing them into making a X-Wing microfighter for Luke there, because I feel like he is not having the best time in this mech here. He has a very, very huge oversized lightsaber there, and on the side here we have this ginormous blaster build. Very interesting concept. I mean, the box there says 6+, and I would say a more accurate range for this would be like 6 to 8. Anyway, let's try and see what we can do with the mech though, just for fun. Can he do the splits? Nope, he can't do the splits, so test number 1 failed. Can the arms rotate 360? No, but they can't go back because of these X-Wing pieces there. And I think with these pieces, though, I could try and make an X-Wing microfighter for Luke. I think it makes sense because we have all the wings here, and then we have these pieces there that can be used for the frontal portion of the X-Wing, and a little seating area too, so that's going to be kind of like a thing that I'm going to try and do. And right here, oh, Luke Skywalker just wanted to run out of that thing. So anyway, this here is actually a printed piece. As for the minifigure, here's a look at Luke Skywalker with all the printing on the torso and the legs. The arms have no printing, and the back has also some more printing for the torso there. Removing the helmet though, at the very back, we have the goggles removed halfway, and it fits perfectly with the helmet. Again, it's an okay concept, just not my thing. I'm definitely going to look into turning this into a microfighter X-Wing, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. Now, speaking of cool, we have a set here that I'm actually very hyped to see, set number 75373, the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. Now, this here comes with 4 minifigures. First up, we have 2 minifigures featuring to the left here, the Mandalorian Night Owl, and of course, the Mandalorian Warrior right here. Now, the Night Owl has a very nice sleek helmet design there, and also the Mandalorian Warrior also has a very cool design, but you can see that there's a slight difference with how the eye slits are detailed for the Night Owl. It almost seems like a face of an owl, and here we just have a normal Mandalorian Warrior detailing there, so that's pretty cool. The torsos are also very, very nice there. I love the amount of detailing they've packed into the Mandalorian Warriors in general from what I've seen so far from LEGO Star Wars. At the very back, we have some jetpacks in this metallic gunmetal gray color, and if I were to remove them, we have some back printing as well with like little scratches in the silver color. The belts just continuing from the front there to the back. Very nice to see there. This torso has some shoulder detailing there, while this one doesn't. And yeah, removing the helmets. As always, we have no face printing, just a plain black headpiece, just respecting the Mandalorian code and stuff, so it's nice to see that little detail. Next up, we have the Imperial Commandos. Now we have 2 of them in this set. This here looks really, really awesome with these helmets. As for the torso there, look at all that detailing. It is fantastic with the belt there and the leg piece, torso piece. Of course, a little jetpack with the jetpack printing. Removing the jetpack, we have more of the belt just coming up across there. It seems like it's been kind of cut in half, so that's a little bit awkward. And that is pretty much it for the Imperial Commandos. Let's take a look at the actual build there. Now, taking a look at the build here, we have a very simple battle pack build though, simple yet very effective with all of these slopes here. This half open door here with these buttons featuring the red one and the white one. Right here we have a very basic build with the blaster, this reverse table piece, and a tile, and of course it has a little blaster mechanism which you can just leave at the very side. And here's a little container. If you lift it like that, we have a detonator in there, so surprise, surprise, be a little careful, I suppose. And apart from that, I guess another playability feature would be this part here with the ball joint. Now, because the Imperial Commando is flying, we can mimic the flight effect by rotating the ball joint like this, so he can be there, here. That is a pretty cool play feature and mechanism in my opinion. Now, turning this thing around, we have a blaster there. I'm really happy to see that battle packs continue to live on in LEGO Star Wars, and this here is a nice one. So let's move on to the very last set in the wave. Set number 75386, the Paz Visla and Moff Gideon battle. Now, right off the bat, this is definitely the winner of all the sets I've shown in this video. It is my favorite. The minifigures there are stellar. We, of course, have Moff Gideon in that really cool helmet. And we also have a hairpiece for him there, as you guys will see later on. Let's first start off with the Imperial Praetorian Guards. It's really awesome to have another member of the Imperial Army. We have, of course, the Praetorian Guards. Removing the helmet, we have this very bright red plain headpiece, and of course the back printing there. And the staff there with the pink works really well and really brings out the color. We have 2 of them in this set. Moving on, we have Moff Gideon. Now right here we have Moff Gideon with an incredible torso and leg printing there. The helmet mold is fantastic in my opinion, and of course the jetpack. Now if I were to remove the helmet, let's see if he is faceless or not. Nope, he is not faceless. His identity is known. It's Moff Gideon. Very, very cool to see. And there is a more accurate, angrier face print there, which does the trick in, showing off Gideon's bright and happy personality. Removing the jetpack though, here's a look at the back printing without the jetpack, which I think is pretty cool. Again, it continues the trend of having the detailing at the front and then the detailing at the back. Putting Gideon back together, here's how he looks like with his hair. Moving Gideon out of the way, we now have Paz Visla, which I think is a really cool minifig. I've seen it before, of course. We have the Mandalorian crest on his shoulder pads there, detailing on the torso, the legs, the armor, the jetpack there. Now, contrary to Gideon, who has a sleeker jetpack, Visla has a brick-built jetpack there with all bricks. No detailing, no printing or anything. But again, removing the helmet, he is faceless. And yeah, let's just remove the shoulder pads though and just take a look at the detailing at the front and back. So here's a look at the front of the torso. It's really a shame that all of this is hidden by the larger shoulder pad piece, but it's really cool though to see the continuity there. Now that we have all the minifigures out of the way, let's remove them from the set and take a look at the build itself and see if it is still worth it without all the figures. Here is the build with, of course, a control pad at the very front and detailing with the slopes. I love how it's all smoothed out with a very nice and sleek finish, which works out pretty well in our favor here. We have a very large rock piece, and these are actually stickers for the lights at the very top. And we have a turret that rotates 360 degrees with your average little blasters there at the top. At the very front, though, we have the crate. And what do you know? Surprise, surprise, another detonator. At the very side, we have another of the rock pieces, a little lamppost there, and now a very monstrous back angle of this set here with all the plates and stuff. Apart from that, I think the ugliness of the back is worth it though, because we have a plate feature that works like this. You just lift this up. All you have to do is take this little tan knob there and then just lift it and it's down. So that's cool. Then you can just manually lift this up again and do the same thing again and again and again to your heart's content. Here's a front view of it. So you just bring this up like that. And then to bring it down, like I said before, it just falls right down there. And on this side, we have a sticker with a little blueprint, or I guess red print, of Moff Gideon's light cruiser. And that's pretty much it for this set here. Well guys, that pretty much brings a wrap to the video. Let me know in the comments down below which of these sets you plan on purchasing on release day, which is June 1st, 2024. And on that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.